G'day cunts, welcome to the very first Loo review filmed inside the warehouse. I hope you like it. I think it's a bit of an upgrade from what we were working with beforehand. Please do let me know if you notice anything that looks or sounds shit in this video, because it's a permanent setup. I'm going to be constantly tweaking it until we get it perfect for you guys. Oh, and if anyone writes down below that I'm the thing in the video that looks and sounds shit, I just want you to know that that's a shithouse joke, because that's the first thing that I thought of. If you're gonna fucking roast me, think of something creative and put it in the comments. Right, let's get into the video. Today, we're looking at one of those videos that you actually can't explain or figure out why it has millions and millions of views. It was even top 10 trending on YouTube, so YouTube themselves was promoting this video, because we all know that list isn't organic. It's a comedy sketch, I think, by ex-Vine stars turned Instagram comedians Hannah Stocking and Lele Pons. Hannah Stocking and Lele Pons? Oh, I'd rather die! Oh shit. Clean up in aisle 3. So, Hannah Stocking and... Oh, gross. Hannah Stocking and Lele Pons are your typical Instagram comedians. And trust me, as someone who actually writes jokes and then says them on stage, you know, a real comedian, calling them that hurts my fucking soul. They're behind such classic hits as teaching an American to be more Hispanic.
Lele! Lele! Teach me how to be Latina. I got you. I'll help you be a Latina. Pronounce the R's.
Another clean up in aisle 3. Look guys, you don't need to sit through a montage of their awful videos to get an idea of who these chicks are. They just make horrible Instagram videos. You've seen it, you've clicked it, you've closed it halfway through. But with their Instagram videos, as bad as they are, they're at least limited to 60 seconds. So even though the jokes are awful and unfunny,
just say, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
there must be even worse jokes that got cut due to the time limit. So you're probably wondering what happens when an Instagram comedian who can't even make a funny video in 60 seconds has that time limit completely removed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you a top 10 trending video on YouTube called Wait, My Crush is Watching? Hold up, roll that back guys. I don't know if you noticed because it wasn't very funny at all, but I think we just found the first joke in this video. If you pay attention to the guy in the white t-shirt, I think he delivers a line that's supposed to be funny. Hannah serving! Now, if after watching that for the second time you still didn't find it funny, let me explain why that joke is actually hilarious. So, normally when you're in the audience of a sporting event, you're encouraged to make noise. You're supposed to cheer. But the thing that Hannah Stocking has done, the Jerry Seinfeld of Instagram, the Jerry Seinfeld of Instagram comedy, what she's done is she has actually written in a character that tells everyone to be quiet instead of cheer, and that's why that joke's funny. So, you know what? I can't do this shit anymore. I'm out. No. Fine.
Wow.
Man, the editing in this video is so confusingly bad. You would think that people with access to $1 million production studio would at least be able to keep the background noise consistent when they change camera angles. When you use multiple angles that are in the same space, the background noise is supposed to sound like this. But instead, their video sounds like this. Alright, we're about a minute in, which means if this was an Instagram video, it'd be fucking over. But unfortunately, it's a YouTube video, and we've got about 5 minutes left in this cancerous cell. So let's keep on pushing through the awful jokes that probably should have been cut out. Starting with this one. Ah yes, I get it. See, that's funny because this is actually a real thing that happened where a real ball boy ran into a real metal wall and it was a real accident at a real tennis match in front of a real audience on real TV, and it wasn't as scripted, it wasn't fake. So what Hannah's done is she's recreated that on purpose, thus destroying the only reason why that was funny, because it was an accident. Apparently running into metal walls on purpose is comedy now.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man?
Man, the main thing I've noticed about this video though is that there's so much silence in it. Like, so many different scenes are just filled with 4 or 5 seconds of just footsteps and breathing. Like, that shit should have been edited out. Maybe that's why this video is so long, because 40% of it is just silence. So I'm actually sitting here just editing this video, right? I've got it in front of me, and just for a laugh, I decided to see how much silence is actually used in a Hannah Stocking sketch, and check this out. So these are the sound waves, right? This is me talking, that's a normal volume. I've edited together all of the silent parts, and look how much there is in this sketch. That's just either silence or footsteps or breathing. It's no joke, about half the sketch, and if I select all of it right up to the outro with the music in it, it actually goes for 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this 6-minute sketch is full on fucking silence. Man, that's comedy. Right, so after about 1:30 of Hannah Stocking showing off her tremendous box gap, we're kind of getting to the point of the video, which is her crush showing up. So the comedy, the joke. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure the point of the video is her box gap. I mean, that's why people are watching anyway. The comedy's just kind of there. So the comedy shows up, which is her crush, and because all of these 24-year-olds are desperately trying to relate to 9 to 11-year-old kids, that puts her off her tennis game, resulting in this hilarious scene.
You're better than this, come on.
You see, now that's funny because she was really good at tennis, but then her crush showed up and now she's off her game because she's nervous, and that's not a fucking joke, is it? I mean, that's not a joke. By the definition of a joke, that's not what it is. I feel like all of these Instagram cunts are trying to conflate the definition of relatable with the definition of joke, so that makes their job easier. But being relatable doesn't mean you're being funny. There's a tiny bit of overlap, but it's not a joke. I mean, if it was, I could just get up on stage during one of my shows and go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is gonna be a great night. My name's Lewis Spears, and I also breathe. It's not a fucking joke. That's just being relatable. Fuck, I mean, I actually have to put effort in and write good jokes so I can tell them to you. Speaking of, if you do want to see me live and see some good jokes, join the gig list. Chuck your city and your email in there, and when I'm coming to your city, I'll send you a message so you get pre-sale tickets. Hey, it's gonna be a fucking sick night. Tour coming up later in the year. And hey, guys, if the first bad at tennis scene wasn't enough for you, don't worry, guys, because this bitch has plenty. I mean, basically the rest of the video is just her repeating scenes where she sucks at tennis, like this one.
Oh my God, come on, Hannah, come on, you're better than this! Come on.
You're better than this!
I like how with the plane scene, Lele Pons is in the video for 4 seconds, right? 4 exactly. I fucking counted the seconds that she was in this sketch for. Out of 6 minutes, she's in it for 4 seconds going, right? I can do it. And that's it. She doesn't come back for the rest of the video, but her name's in the fucking title. So you know what, guys? Here's a picture of Michael Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm putting him in the fucking thumbnail now, all right? That's how you clickbait people into watching your shit. Thank you very much, Hannah Stocking. Next video, I'm gonna guarantee I'm gonna get some box gap in. And then, hey, I'm gonna be top 10 trending on YouTube.
Hannah, what's the deal today? Listen, I've never seen you lose a game, let alone a point.
I'm distracted because my crush is here.
Listen, I don't care about Jeff. care about you winning this game.
You're right.
I need you to focus.
Okay, thanks.
Okay?
Right, now I think what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen, was the first scene that kind of made sense. I mean, it wasn't funny, but it kind of made sense, and I understand why they put that in the video. But don't worry, Hannah Stocking immediately ruins it with the next clip where she tries to choose a ball. I think that's what the joke is. She can't decide on which ball to use, but this goes on for, no joke, an entire minute. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt this incredibly amazing scene. I'm just gonna make myself smaller so we can watch it. Yes, it's still happening, right? It is still going. I want you to know that I don't even think I'm gonna play the whole clip, but if you watch the original, it goes for an entire minute. Is it still? Yeah, it's still this is the same joke that is still going. Remember when I showed it to you before and you were like, oh yeah, that was maybe a bit funny for 2 seconds, but now it's been 10 seconds and 30, now it's been like 30 fucking seconds and it's still happening. This garbage scene is happening all around me. I can't fucking handle it. You know what? I'm just gonna end it here. We don't need to see the rest of this. I'm sorry that I showed it to you in the first place.
Oh my god, you're bleeding. Jeff,
I am bleeding.
Oh my, are you gonna go to the hospital?
Yeah, I need to go to the hospital.
You need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, okay. Dude, come on, don't leave, man.
Hannah, Jeff is gone.
All right, so Hannah's crush has left the tennis match, which means Hannah has started to get good at tennis again, which is the same joke that we've seen throughout the video. And her box gap is still being featured prominently in every shot. But now, because the video is coming to a close, obviously the funniest scene is gonna happen last. So let's see what Hannah Stocking's brilliant mind can come up with.
Yo, Hannah! He's back!
I just didn't want to miss the end of the game.
Oh, okay, so her crush just comes back in and then she starts being bad at tennis for the fucking 7th time in this video. It's like she couldn't come up with another way to make it funny. It's like she's like, oh, how do I turn this one joke into a fucking 6-minute video by repeating it 7 times? I just picture her like in the writer's room with a bunch of people who actually know how to write comedy, and she sits at like the head of the table and just opens up her legs so wide that her box gap takes up like 70% of everyone's eyesight. And then she just goes, oh, why don't we just repeat my one fucking shitty idea like 6 times? And then one guy goes, why don't we try something different? And then she just opens her legs up so wide that it crushes his skull against the wall. And then she goes, anybody else? Fuck, if this video was any more vapid and boring, it'd be a fucking Jake Paul vlog. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Just kidding, all right? That's not the end of the video because there's a bonus scene, all right? Surely this is where Hannah Stocking takes it to the next level and delivers the final punch, switches shit up, and no, she doesn't. She doesn't. What happens is her crush goes to play ping pong, and then she follows him, and then he's like, oh no, now my crush is here. And I can't play ping pong. It's the same fucking joke, but the roles are reversed. And then there's no punchline. It doesn't end properly. It just cuts to like a photo of her face looking hot. And then a thing that says, follow me on Instagram and subscribe. It's such a strange, weird ending to her video that now I don't know how to end my video. So I think I'm just gonna take a leaf out of Hannah's book and put up a photo of me looking hot and tell everyone to follow me on Instagram and subscribe. So, follow me on Instagram and subscribe, guys. I'll see you next week with a new video. Catch you later,